I don't know about you, but I'm a man of rhythm. When we're looking at the velocity banking concept, we need to have some rhythm, okay? We want to be able to, look at the woman and be like, hey, ¿quieres bailando conmigo, amor? ¿Sí o no? Okay, we got to have some rhythm here. We have to get excited about velocity banking. In order for this thing to really work for us, we got to figure out that rhythm. I want to help you find that rhythm with your personal finances. Mom, dad, right? I want to get it right. I want to rekindle this household. I want to bring back some energy in the rhythm of what we're doing, in the velocity banking. Okay? So, I got a couple on the board here. I'm really excited to display their scenario. They're my tier 4, my higher end, my ultra committed group here, the people that support beyond support. Okay, where they're so committed to their goals and mine that they've become this great giver, and I just can't wait to see their results. Okay, so let's direct our attention to the board. Let's take a look at their finances. Okay, so we have income, and this is just the wife. Okay, husband doesn't actually have a whole lot of debt, so I'm going to be working with him on building credit, establishing that business, creating that kingdom legacy. Okay, and then wife, we're working just with her numbers to wipe out this particular debt, while he's using his income to get that kingdom flow coming in, and together they're gonna come to this point where they're gonna be completely debt free, got a business going, they know their purpose in life, they know where they're going, they know where they're headed, they know why they do what they do. Okay, and they have Denzel in their corner, just getting that rhythm. Okay, so we got income $4,762, expenses $3,762. Simple math, cash flow about $1,000. Could go up, could go down. We're just looking at averages. Total debt, that's a solid number, $229,065. And we have ourselves a unsecured personal line of credit for $10,000 at 13.75%. And we are going to make our first chunk in February, okay, of this amount. $6,873.86. Denzel, why are we chunking that amount? Pretty simple. We've got 2 debts that we're looking to pay off. We've got a Chase credit card, and we have another credit card totaling that amount. Our cash flow is going to go up $168 as soon as we make that move. Another thing that we did, we redirected $232 of cash flow because she was doing extra payments. I'm like, no, we can't do extra payments towards the credit card. Okay, we can't do that. We got to give me my money back so that we can do velocity banking properly and pay off that debt. We don't want to pay down debt. We want to pay off debt. When you make extra payments doing debt snowball, all you're doing is paying down debt. You're not actually paying it off. Okay? So we want to pay off the debt. So I got that cash flow back. I got this 168. All right? And what you're looking at right here is what velocity banking looks like on a 4-month period. Okay? So we just created a rhythm, and you're going to notice, based on the dates, based on the chunks, the income, you're going to see a little rhythm here going on where we're like, the hips are going, the shoulders are clocked back, we got our stance up, ready to go. We got this starting point. This is the line of credit balance, right? Debt owed on the line of credit. The other 2 debts are paid off. Got income coming in, okay? Balance drops. More income coming in, balance drops, expenses going out for the rest of February. So we made our chunk towards like the end of February, Okay, so we only have so many expenses left. I went ahead, did the Liberty for you, and added interest cost into the balance here. Okay, this right here is expenses. This right here is income. Balance, end of March. Okay, and then we've got April, expenses, income. End of April, going into May. Balance, $262.08. Go ahead and write these numbers down for your notes. Whenever I'm doing illustrations like this, it's great to run other people's numbers and you compare it to yours and you kind of see what you were doing wrong, or you can cut through all the crap and get yourself a coach, man. You got to get yourself a coach, an accountability partner. Let me be that person for you. Join my tier 4. Join my Velocity Banking Intensive program. Let's get this thing going. Second chunk, 4-month period. Month 1, chunk. Month 4, getting ready to make that chunk towards City Bank. We're going to get rid of City. We don't like City. Get them out of here. Okay, we're going to make that chunk either in May or in June. Okay, so I added an additional month in case of this or that goes down. We chunk in June, give or take. And we do some more velocity banking. And we're going to go ahead and chunk again in September of $7,000 towards federal loan, or AKA student loans. We're going to pay that off. Okay? We're going to do $7,000 and then another $7,000. Notice the 4-month gap. Got the little rhythm going. Okay, got a nice little rhythm. Here's where it gets real fun. After we've wiped out all the other debts, except for the mortgage, our cash flow is going to be way higher so that we can attack this larger debt more prepared. Okay, we can come into this thing laser focused. Okay, so one of the things that I will have her do between the end of this year going into next year, but at least by May of 2020. Yeah, at least by May of 2020, I want her to go back to the credit union, increase that line of credit from 10 to 20,000. Okay? Because when we do this, we are increasing our chunk capability. Okay? We want to increase our chunk capability when we increase our cash flow and also increase the line of credit so that we never lose our cash flow in the processo. Come May 2020, our cash flow conservatively should be at about $1,700. All right? And when I did the math, I felt comfortable to say, you know what? Attacking this mortgage, okay, the balance, we're going to owe about $187,205 by May 2020. And we're going to make our first chunk of $14,000 from a $20,000 line of credit. Okay? What I did for you here is I showed the balance of the mortgage, the chunk amount, the amount of interest that I save, and then the actual balance after the chunk has been done. Okay, and I kind of showed that throughout the process here. Then on this side, I showed the actual line of credit and how the balance looks month by month by month. Okay, so that you can see the rhythm of the velocity banking. So if we made the $14,000 chunk, we save $20,557.07. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a lot of money. Okay? By the way, I used the bank's money to make that chunk. Then I took my income to pay back the chunk, and I eliminate the interest from accruing on the line of credit. All right? Whatever interest that accrues on the line of credit, technically, You are not paying that. Do you know why? Because you just saved $20,000 on interest. Okay? $20,000. This is amazing. All right? And the balance on your mortgage goes to $173. $173,000. And guess what? We have instant equity building up in the property. Yes? Yeah. All right? Now let's look at what the line of credit looks like. Let's look into this. How long is it going to take me to pay off $14,000 from the line of credit if my cash flow is $1,773.40 conservatively and my income is $4,762? Mind you, we didn't even get a raise. You think she can get me a dollar raise between now and the end of 2019 and do it again in 2020? You think she can do that for me? Hell yeah, she is a sergeant. Okay? She got this, right? So, income going in after you've made a chunk towards your mortgage, a principal only payment. Okay? This $14,000 is factoring in the actual mortgage payment for May. So that mortgage payment is factored in the $14,000. I'm taking $14,000 total from the line of credit. $1,000 and some change goes to the actual month's payment for May. The rest, principal. When I do this, I save $20,000. Whoa, okay? And then I now have to do velocity banking over here so that I can cut off interest from accruing and giving me the ability to stay in my rhythm where I'm chunking every so often, okay? Every so often. From May to June, chunk. All right, is that correct? Let's see if I did that right. We've got income going in, expenses coming out. You're like, whoa. Denzel, wait a minute. Income minus that does not equal that. So where did you get your numbers from? Remember how I said May mortgage payment got satisfied, right? So if the mortgage payment gets satisfied, then that's not coming out of this. So for that specific month, my cash flow is way more than that. It's going to be almost like $3,000. It's going to be quite a bit of money. So I have less money, coming out of the line of credit after I've put my $4,700 back in, okay? Leaving me with a balance of here, and I do it again, right? Bringing me to now my monthly expense goes back to normal, the $29.8860, okay? And then here we are in June. Excuse me what I said earlier. We're not chunking in June. This is just the balance owed in June. And then we do this part right here again. July, the balance. August, September, October. Here we go. Here's what's interesting. Can she make a chunk payment even though she still has a balance owed on the line of credit? Sure we can. Because if you took that number, this $21.8461, at the end of October, okay? End of October. This is interesting. If she makes another $14,000 chunk in October, the end of October, right? See, if I'm chunking towards the end of October towards a debt payment, would you agree that November's bill is already available to pay? So she's going to pay November's bill in October and satisfy the mortgage payment for November. So if we do that, then we just repeated the process, bringing our expenses for the month of November down to this amount, which in fact would keep my line of credit from breaching too high of a utilization. Okay? Pretty interesting, huh? And look what happens when I make another chunk, one in May, again in October. I saved $16,619.44 on interest. My balance goes to $158,107.81. So that's literally what, from May to October. Is that 6 months? I don't know. Do the math. I'm not good at math. So you got to do that for me. From May to October. And then from October, November to May, which marks 1 year. Okay? 14,000. So we managed to get in 3 chunks in a 12-month period. 3 months out of 12 were chunk months. The other 9 months we're still making the monthly mortgage payment. And what's beautiful is that mortgage payment, a lot more of it is going towards principal and a lot less towards interest. Okay? So if we do that 2021, boom, I save another 13 G's in interest. My balance, 141. I went from 187 to 141 in 1 year. Without getting a second job, without cutting back, without becoming a minimalist, without becoming frugal and selling all my stuff and giving it all away to charity, which is not a bad thing to do. But I didn't have to do all those things to get results. We are simply leveraging today's financial system, not yesterday's financial system, today's financial system. When you do the math, we paid $52,574.91 towards that mortgage. If she does everything correctly, if she stays committed, if she keeps that rhythm going, my friend here, who is walking in purpose, establishing her kingdom authority, we will be debt-free in 6.33 years. If she gets me a dollar raise between 2019 and 2020, she will shave 6 months off this timeline. 6.33 becomes 5.83. Okay? And if she does it again, gets me another dollar raise once a year, every single year, we can cut this debt timeline to about 5 years flat. 5 years? Can I go faster? Sure. Can you 10x your income? That's what boyfriend's doing, right? So I got him on the other side. It's going to 10x his income, establish that business, get this thing going, and oh my God, are we going to achieve results? Okay? I hope this has been helpful for you. For my couple on the board, may God bless you. May God put in your heart to become a cheerful giver and continue to give. Because when you give, you receive tenfold. I mean 10x. I mean 100x. I mean beyond your imagination. Okay? This is incredible stuff that we're doing here on this channel together. Okay? And once this beautiful couple is completely debt-free, guess what? There is no effect to their cash flow. They'll have it in the property, in the line of credit, in cash, right? They'll have it in the form of business and assets that produces them income. And then once we get that thing going, then we can start doing some infinite banking, right? We can become our own banker. Okay, we can establish our tax-free assets, and then we can keep building our business, and then we can keep helping people and serving people every single day, and we can continue to support Mr. Rodriguez and the velocity banking concept. They will become teachers. Oh yes, they're going to teach people. It can't just be me. We all collectively got to come together, become conscious, gain some gratitude, and serve our community and our people. Okay? So I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.